Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic, and I'm a man of many, many passions. I've even mentioned these in a couple previous videos like animation and reality shows. But this isn't a video about those interests, but rather a third one of mine. Music! 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 How abrupt. But yes, I'm a huge music nut. Okay, I'm no expert, but I've got a pretty good variety of songs I like. Radio hits, theater hits, Christmas jingles.
Jewelry is the gift to give,
'cause it's the gift that live and live.
It's safe to say that my musical influences stem from many sources. And one person whose musical opinion I value highly is one YouTuber known as Todd in the Shadows. For those unaware of him, he's a hooded silhouette with impressive piano skills, a self-aware sense of humor, and from what I can gather, no face.
Hey, want to see my face? That better not have shown up on camera, it's your ass!
But yes, since 2009, nearly 10 years now, he's been entertaining people with his thoughts on all sorts of popular music. Look at all his varied opinions, like...
I'm gonna let you finish, but that was one of the worst lines of all time.
And...
oh my god, this song sucks so much!
And even...
eat my balls, you raging egomaniac!
Okay, I promise you he does give positive reviews of music and artists out there. In fact, that's the subject of this video. You see, his primary focus for the first 3 years of his YouTube career was his popular pop song reviews. But because he wanted to branch out and review older music with a unique twist, he decided in 2012 to create a new side series known as One Hit Wonderland. A series where, well, I'll let him explain it.
Welcome back to One Hit Wonderland, where we look at the full careers of artists known for only one song.
Yes, the artists who probably have the least research put into them are the ones he's going to dedicate half of his time for. He goes over facts about these artists that you might not have even known about. Their career before the big hit, immediately after the big hit, whether they deserve the title of One Hit Wonder or not, and what everyone would come for, his thoughts on the actual song.
See? I do it all! For you!
His opinions vary on all 75 of them. Yes, you heard that correctly. As of his episode of Never Had a Dream Come True by S Club 7, he's made 75 episodes of One Hit Wonderland in the last 6 years and shows no signs of stopping.
Believe me, I could keep the series going for like 10 years just on 80s new wave bands alone.
And because I love this series so much, I wanted to honor Todd's passion side project by looking through every single one of them again and picking which 10 are the best. And to be clear, I'm not listing my favorite one-hit wonders he's covered, but my favorite episodes of the series he's made. My only criteria are that they are legit One-Hit Wonderland episodes and not joke ones, like his review of Pompeii by Bastille.
Stop that! This is not a One Hit Wonderland episode, alright?
Or that mini version he did about Juju on that beat.
Juju on that beat, Juju on that beat, Juju on that, Juju on that, Juju on that beat.
I wish there were no hit wonders myself. But yes, this is my personal tribute to one of my biggest influences as a critic, Todd in the Shadows. So, let's turn off the lights. Actually, now you can't see me anymore. Turn them back on. Thank you. This is a list of what I consider the top 10 one-hit Wonderland episodes. Number 10. Take a wild guess what the song title is.
Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little girl.
Now listen up, here's a story about a shadow guy who hears dumb songs.
Okay, I'm not going to showcase all of Todd's negative reviews of one-hit wonders. That'd be unfair to his vision. But a few wouldn't hurt, and I just find this one genuinely funny. Mostly because of how stupid the song is for him.
Surely, there had to be something more to this song than a never-ending list of monochromatic objects wrapped around a gibberish chorus. Nope. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically what the song is, and Todd unsurprisingly finds it annoying. He even questions who this song appeals to.
You may not have liked it. In fact, you probably didn't like it. Matter of fact, who did like it?
Yeah, I like this song, albeit more ironically. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. This song is catchy to the point of annoyance, and will disintegrate your brain. But that's sort of what I like about it. I think they just wanted to make an intentionally stupid song. Todd definitely thinks so too, as his thoughts on the quality of the song and its music video are spot on.
And to drive that point home, we have the video which actually features a little CGI alien guy who's actually colored blue. I'm impressed that they still managed to create an alien as butt ugly as that one.
I have no words of my own to add to that, Todd, but I will insert this theme song over it.
We are the Martians, the butt ugly Martians. We are the Martians, the butt ugly Martians.
But yeah, I do like this song. Even Todd admits that as much as it annoys him, the song, as well as the band and their nasally voices don't deserve that much hatred.
I'm not gonna say I hate Eiffel 65. This is not a band to be angry about.
But it doesn't change Todd's overall thoughts on the song and its artist, Eiffel 65.
I find the name of their only hit fitting, because Eiffel 65 blew. Thank you.
Number 9. This is completely unintentional, but it's a weird coincidence that this song happened to place at number 9 on this list. Because in regards to Todd in the Shadows, it's not the only list where it holds that placement. Yes, the popular Latin hip-hop song, which also ended up on Todd's top 10 worst hit songs of 1991. At what spot, you may ask? What else?
Number 9.
And again, to clarify, I'm not just picking all of his negative reviews, only the most enjoyable yet significant ones. And this one is quite significant, not only for being one of his most negative reviews of a one-hit wonder, but for being his first negative review of one. This was only his 5th video, and the 4 before it had reviews of varying ranges of positivity. Practically nothing of that in this overcooked tamale of a song.
I don't drink or smoke and into dope once I know coke. You ask me how do I do it, I cope.
Yeah, this song doesn't earn much praise except for this.
I'll give him this though. He does sing those 2 words very, very well. Suave. I think he does actually sound kind of rich and smooth when he says rico or suave. Of course, that aura quickly dissipates the second he is asked to say anything other than that.
Absolutely. As Todd goes on in the video, he shows how Gerardo is an unoriginal copycat, flat stealing ideas from other singles.
Okay. This is Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn. You may notice a few minor resemblances between the 2 songs, like the whispered vocals, smooth R&B hook, chord structure, the instrumentation, the fact that one is a complete and total rip-off of the other in every conceivable way, a few other minor details like that.
And all these elements combined with his thoughts on the song gave Todd the insight to acknowledge this as one of the worst songs of 1991, though he did give this piece of information to add on.
There is one thing that I missed that I want to bring up. He's not actually Latino. His name is Gregory Michaels, and he was born and raised in Erie, Pennsylvania.
I half believed that for a second. Then did a little research and found out, oh, he was joking. Don't take that statement to heart. He wasn't being serious.
Would you rather have me lie, take a piece of your pie and say bye, or be honest and rub your thigh?
Well, at the bare minimum, he was more serious than Gerardo himself. His hit song Rico Suave was so bad it made for one of Todd's best reviews. So I guess some good came out of it. I mean, any song Todd reviews where his final judgment is this.
I hate this moron. If I never have to hear that nasally whine again, I will be quite happy.
Is clearly doing something right, or at least wrong enough to get a lot of material out of.
I don't mind the sun sometimes.
Number 8. This is gonna be a tie between 2 reviews that I think have a lot in common. Both are songs I'd never heard before the reviews. Both are now songs which are 2 of my favorite of all time. And both are songs which are wonders, if you're a boy, going through puberty.
I love myself. I want you to love me.
And it's a good thing I never heard of either of these songs until I watched this series, because had my feeble, innocent mind heard them any earlier, I wouldn't have been allowed to listen to them again, nor would I have wanted to. I mean, it's women being upfront with their sexual behavior. As a child, I never experienced women being so forward in all my life. Okay, I guess I did, and these songs are definitely more mature than those, in more ways than one. I think Todd's explanations in both reviews show that songs about sexual women by sexual women can be actually tasteful. And he did a very good job of convincing me that this subject matter was okay to discuss. For example, let's look at the first video for the Divinyls, I Touch Myself. A line which certainly won't get taken out of context by YouTube poop editors.
You're the one who makes me come running. You're the sun who makes me shine.
You know, I'm discovering I'm really not comfortable talking about, you know, this.
Okay, so he's at least being respectful to anyone who might still object, so give him kudos. And for such a steamy song, they don't really hide behind any stupid metaphors, they just say it.
I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself.
You gotta admire how gutsy that is, even if you find it dirty.
You'd have to be really uptight to object to this. Okay, yes, it is still kind of dirty, but who cares?
I'm with him, who should care? Lead singer Chrissy Amphley is sexy and definitely flaunts it, but she knows her limits within the PC realm. And this song has an incredible groove to go along with its empowering message. Which is thankfully also true for the video it's tied with. First off, I was sold on this song just from Todd's piano rendition. It's one of the first times he's played a song I hadn't heard of, which completely sold me before listening to the actual song. And while Adina Howard's Freak Like Me is equally sexual to the last song, it was intriguingly more controversial for some odd reason, as evidenced by this.
I'm certainly not comfortable with some of the things from the time that people were saying about her. Like, Washington Post columnist Donna Britt called her part of a culture-wide sickness. And on the other hand, I found a review in Vibe that describes her acute, hoe-like tendencies. Goddamn, let a girl be. Can't y'all just enjoy the song? It's a good song.
That really sells me on Todd's personality. I mean, sure, he plays up that he's a judgmental, insecure loser in some videos.
Probably because you think you're cooler than me.
Yes! Yes, I think I'm cooler than you! I think 12-year-olds who write gay Sonic the Hedgehog porn fiction are cooler than you.
But he's not a complete dildo with a stick up his butt either. He defends the people who don't deserve that kind of negative attention. It's one of Todd's more admirable qualities to me, distinguishing the artist from the music.
This song kills just from its opening note. I mean, that is just some straight Dr. Dre G-Funk right there.
And it's not just the music, he loves Adina's delivery as well.
With Adina, I don't know if it's the beat or the lyrics or what, but when she sings about sex, I believe she's actually, like, having a good time. The song is upbeat, but it's, you know, it's just laid back enough that it doesn't sound exhausting.
And that's what I appreciate the most about these reviews. It's not just how good the songs are or how sexy the songs are, but for how Todd handled them both with amazing tact. Oh, and points for showing one of Adina's music videos with Jackie Chan in it.
He's right there. Dance, Jackie, dance.
That puts a smile on my face if nothing else. Number 7. Yo! Jeez, I thought Jackie Chan's happiness was infectious. This is the kind of thing I like seeing more from Todd, just loving the energy of a song. For example, look back at this pop song review he did in 2013. First he plays Suit and Tie on the piano, followed immediately by If I could play piano at all, I play it like that every time, even at funerals. I'm sure no one would mind. It's called sarcasm, look it up. But let's get back to something we should be taking seriously. Biz Marquis' Just a Friend.
Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the US nation.
This is a wonderfully memorable song, with a cheerful take on an otherwise depressing topic, getting cheated on.
So I came to a room and opened the door. Oh, snap! Guess what I saw? I felt a tongue kiss of my girl in the mouth. I was so in shock, my heart went down south.
You know, it's funny, I wouldn't have even considered this review for this list. It just wasn't a favorite of mine when I first saw it. But the more I saw it, the more I liked it. And straight up, it's because Biz Markie is such a likable guy, as highlighted by Todd.
Is your mother so old she knew Central Park when it's just a plant?
Yeah, I wish I could just hang out with you sometime, Biz.
Though he acknowledges that the song is kinda awful. Hey? By that, I think he meant it was so awful it's brilliant.
I asked her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra.
Yeah, he legit calls it a so bad it's good song. Like, intentionally awful.
I try not to use this phrase too often, but this song legitimately is something that's so bad it's great, which is a legitimate claim on greatness, I think.
So yeah, he's honest on its objectivity, but he still shows how much he likes the song anyways. And why shouldn't he? It's freaking funny and meant as a joke. Biz Markie presented himself like that, even being called the clown prince of hip-hop. And I agree, the more I watch this video, the more likable a guy he is to me.
I came into this knowing nothing about him, and yet I kind of feel like I also knew everything about him, because he just seems to be one of those guys who keeps popping up, because everybody just wants him around. Why? Because nobody beats the Biz. Check it.
This episode of One Hit Wonderland gets better the more and more I watch it. And it's a shame that Biz Markie warns people the title friend, because I'd love to be his friend. Number 6. Oh look, it's December, you know what that means? Christmas music! The only One Hit Wonderland episode more negative than Rico Suave was that of a Christmas song. Yeah, I might also be a fan of the nostalgia critic, the super fan of Christmas. But Todd in the Shadows is the exact opposite, apparently.
I'm really not much of a Christmas person. I don't know when I became so much of a Scrooge, but most Christmas music just doesn't do it for me anymore. I mean, it used to before I heard them all a zillion times.
Oh, come on, Todd, be happy. You're reviewing a Christmas song. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
Got run over by a reindeer.
She what? What the heck are we happy about then?
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
This is a song about murder. Yeah, you realize that, right? Kids and families have all been laughing and singing along with a song about a loved one's violent, painful death. Just so we're all clear on that, right?
Yeah, given that perspective, Todd has every right to not like this song, which he thoroughly thrashes.
Grandma got run over by
And also, of course, the crappy, chintzy Casio production doesn't help any, especially that endlessly repeating Jingle Bell riff. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun.
I assure you this is the last fully negative review I have on this list. But come on, it's Todd in the Shadows bashing a Christmas song. I can't be the only person who wants to see that.
I think this song is terrible. Actually, I don't even know that goes far enough. I think this might be my least favorite Christmas song of all time.
He even brings up the animated special based on it, which I highly recommend, in a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of way.
Never forget the time I had to use a beaver for a chainsaw.
It's a glorious bit of sloppy Christmas storytelling. I bet Todd thought the same.
You know what, I have a pretty strong stomach as far as bad movies go, but I made it through about 5 minutes before I turned it off.
You reviewed the Hannah Montana movie and this stopped you after 5 minutes? To each their own, I guess.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa.
And who am I kidding? The movie and the song are equally terrible. Terrible enough that they made Grandma's death feel like the lesser crime by comparison. Put this song on trial!
I represent the state.
No, I didn't mean like that. Never mind.
Merry Christmas.
Number 5. Originally, this spot was going to be a 5, maybe 6-way tie. You have a right to do that, but I narrowed down just 2 of them because we don't have all day. But why would I even consider a tie that big? Well, it's because all these One Hit Wonderlands have one certain theme to them. They are all of Todd's.
One Hit Wonderland Spectacular Edition!
Yeah, we just got done talking about his only Christmas episode, but Todd has at least attempted a Halloween-themed One Hit Wonderland episode every year since 2012.
No, we're not doing that this year.
Of course, many of them are stretches, but it's clear he sees a spooky tie-in with most of these songs regardless. And his passion for the Halloween-themed songs is just delightful. But rather than do all of them, I decided to narrow down just the 2 that I enjoyed the most. Those being... Yes, I picked these two for both being enjoyable in completely different ways. His Maniac episode is fun just how much he wants it to be a Halloween song. And to be fair, he makes some good points to consider it one.
Very little of the imagery in Maniac has to do with dancing. She's more like a haunted spirit. It's like she's been cursed to dance. You watch her, she doesn't look like she's doing this for fun. Demonic possession seems like as good as an explanation as any.
And while his review of this song is fascinating, it's everything around the artist Michael Sembel that I found more interesting. From his previous work with Stevie Wonder, to having the song Maniac originally be written for a horror movie.
I knew it! I knew it!
To his creation of the failed follow-up, the amazingly guilty pleasure, Automatic Man.
I believe in God now.
Man, this guy's a jack of all trades. What else has he helped with?
Rico.
Oh yeah, Todd mentioned that he produced this in his review of Rico Suave, didn't he? Huh. Can all be bullseyes. Well, even his shortfalls are still entertaining to spool through, and I can definitely say the same for the episode I tied it with, One Tin Soldier by Coven.
Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago about a kingdom on a mountain and a valley far below.
Oh, this is right up my alley! Yeah, I'd love to review a knockoff Schoolhouse Rock video. And no, I'm not the only person to make that joke. Holy cow, Anime America? Really? Anime America follows Todd in the Shadows. Anime lovers out there, take notes. And while Coven is a metal band, this is a clearly non-metal song. So why would Todd review it for Halloween? Well, it's because Coven aren't just a metal band, they're a Satanist metal band. I mean, literally, they worship Satan. In public. At concerts.
Yes, today we are covering a full-on witchcraft-themed band who would hold actual satanic masses on stage.
Given I'm a very non-Satanist person, I can't say I'd ever visit them if I saw them on tour. But on objective level, I like their music. Yeah, who cares if we root for dimensionally different teams? Their music does kinda rock. Or at least their earlier stuff does. But their big hit One Tin Soldier very much does not. As demonstrated in one of my favorite segments done by Todd for a one-hit wonder.
On the mountain was the treasure.
Okay, so there's the mountain people and the valley people, and those greedy valley people want the mountain people's treasure.
Seriously, the song is this little story about two warring sides, with one needing to learn a lesson about peace.
Now the valley cried with anger, Mount Justice, draw your sword, and they killed their just reward.
But didn't the mountain people give them their treasure? And they still got slaughtered. Why didn't that... I feel like proper diplomatic communication could have prevented this.
And as the story goes, it makes no sense whatsoever, and Todd gets hilariously upset over something very minuscule.
Turn the stone and look beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said.
Hold on, back up. Their treasure was a stupid rock that said peace on earth? Was it like a valuable mineral of some kind? I think it was just a stupid rock. No, hold up on the hating your neighbor. I still have questions about the goddamn rock. Who was calling it a treasure? Was it the mountain people?
Okay, with more context, these rants would make more sense, but they're funny all the same. And even then, he gives praise to the chorus and says that they deserve better than the title of One Hit Wonders. I kind of agree, and that's scary to me. I'm endorsing a Satanist metal group as a good, commendable band.
I consider that flying pig to be a coincidence and not a sign from God.
Well, it's still good spooky fun for my favorite music critic. Ironically, an unknown stranger in the shadows makes the dark stuff that much more enjoyable. Number 4. You know what I love about these one-hit wonders being covered? It's that you learn so much more about how they're impacting music overall. Especially with this spot. This is such a fascinating video. Todd goes over the group The Buggles responsible for the decade-defining hit, Video Killed the Radio Star.
This is the defining breakthrough moment of the entire music video era. That's right, we're yet again going back to the 70s. Yes, believe it or not, the song that's widely perceived as having kicked off the 80s wasn't even from the 80s, and landed at number 1 in the UK 2 months before the decade even started.
All the things you learn about songs you thought you knew everything about. Well, okay, I didn't know jack for the record, but why would I? When I was younger, I didn't really care for this song before this review. In fact, I actually found it kind of annoying. I don't know, my opinions weren't very informed back then, but I like the song now. It feels timely and timeless simultaneously. How many songs are able to pull that off? Well, the Buggles had the magic formula with this song, which gets some insightful praise from Todd.
So the really amazing thing is that even with all the time that's passed, Video Killed the Radio Star is still as powerful as it was 3 decades ago. And that's at least partly because even as it evokes the future, it's also a tribute to the past, a world that's gone by. Video Killed the Radio Star can't become dated, because it was already dated when it was released.
However, their follow-up career was even more fascinating in my opinion. First, it introduced me to a song by them which I like even more than their big hits.
Okay, I think I found my new Ultranatic man.
And it's now become one of my new favorite songs. But it also turns out the lead singer of the band, Trevor Horn, had a huge hand producing several non-Buggles hits, much to Todd's confusion.
What, seriously, Kiss from a Rose? Jesus. And, man, that too, huh? And... oh, come on! That doesn't even make any sense. How?
In full, this was the episode I liked the most that showed how strong an impact the artist had, similar to the impact that Todd and the Shallows has left on me.
The Buggles, a strange band that wrote the future.
Number 3. Intriguingly, people like anger reviews on YouTube probably because they have the funniest reactions and the funniest jokes. Well, in my opinion, the funniest episode of One Hit Wonderland wasn't negative at all.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yes, Kung Fu Fighting, the novelty song that has since become the go-to track for martial arts cutscenes. And despite it being a song that needs little, if any, analysis, Todd still gives some good retrospect on why this song is so popular.
This is a song about Kung Fu, as written by a Kung Fu movie fanboy. He just left the theater and he wants to tell you all the cool parts.
As a fellow movie fanboy, I completely support this notion.
If you sub out some of these names with Ninja Turtles characters, this could be exactly a conversation I had with friends when I was 7.
But the funniest part of the review isn't the song, but rather the failed follow-up. What did the man behind the most popular silly Kung Fu song make afterwards? Well...
Dance the Kung Fu. Yes, dance the Kung Fu.
Oh, good lord.
Dance the Kung Fu.
I basically started this project just to find songs like this.
Yeah, Ultranatic Man, Living in the Plastic Age, and now Dance the Kung Fu. If you're looking for stupid, ridiculous, forgotten gems to riff in your free time, I have few hobbies. So looking at this series, you'll be pleasantly surprised by a lot of Todd's findings.
I am so happy right now.
Add in a hilarious cameo by Kuntai Ted.
You dance the Kung Fu, dance the Kung Fu, dance the Kung Fu.
And you get one of Todd and the Shallow's funniest one-hit wonderlands. Number 2. Animation fans, I'm going to give you 3 movies. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Ants, and Open Season. Well, anyway, what do those movies have in common? Well, for the studio that made them, it was the one that started it all. Yeah, I felt an obligation to include the first ever one-hit wonderland on this list. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot to love about it, because there is, in fact, a lot. First off, it's Todd reviewing one of my all-time favorite songs, along with one of my all-time favorite music videos.
I don't think it's hyperbole to call Take On Me the best video of all time. It tells the romantic tale of a comic book character who sucks a woman into a sketch world, and then they get attacked by bad guys and have to escape, and then he beats himself into a wall to turn three-dimensional. It is the most touching love story of our generation. For something so 80s, Take On Me, both the song and the video, is timeless and unbearably romantic.
Not kidding, Take On Me is probably in my top 20, heck, possibly top 10 favorite songs of all time. So him going over the song and band for his first video just struck a chord with me. I like how he goes into a bit of their career before and after the hit, which, okay, he now does all the time. But here, it felt like a newer, fresher take on what we thought we knew about this band. How their hit song looked and sounded very different at first. And their later career, which included some highs and lows.
But if you know anything about this band besides Take On Me, it's probably their theme to a James Bond movie. They may not have had any more American hits, but they still had enough clout in Europe that they were chosen to perform the theme to the 1987 film The Living Daylights. Aha's sweeping bigness makes them a good choice for a James Bond theme, but all I hear in this is a grim reminder that the 80s were really, really not good for 007.
In the end, Todd comes to the conclusion that this group deserved a lot better than to be called one-hit wonders. And while my opinion on their discography is mixed, they definitely have talent and appeal. Thank you, Aha, for making this amazing song. And thank you, Todd and the Shadows, for covering them.
Farewell, Aha. May you forever hit those high notes.
And the #1 best One Hit Wonderland episode is... I thought long and hard about this one. Which video deserves the most to be #1? Was it one that I found very funny or very influential? You could argue that about this song, but that's not why I picked it. I picked this one because the review it gave me showed me everything I love about One Hit Wonderland. What song could so perfectly and eloquently describe to me everything wonderful about this series? Yes, the signature song Scatman. Guys, the singer is dead. Try to be respectful, would you? Oh, and spoilers. So why is this particular review at #1? Is it because I love the song so much? I mean, I do like this song, but I barely knew anything about it before the video. So then why should this episode be the best out of all the ones that Todd has made? Well, Todd has stated in the past that this series is meant to be an education for both the viewers and himself. Meaning he's not only doing this for the audience, but for his own benefits and interests, which you gotta give a lot of respect to. And what Todd learns in this video is insight on a man who deserved way more attention than he got.
Why should we be pleasing any politician reason who would try to change the seasons if they could? The state of the condition insults my intuition and it only makes me crazy and a hard like wood.
Scatman John was a man with a unique look, a unique style, and a unique song. And it all came with a heartfelt, inspiring message.
You see, this isn't just a song about scatting. It's a message song.
Everybody stutters one way or the other, so check out my message to you.
It's his story of overcoming his stutter, which, I mean, being real here, that's a fairly serious disability. He struggled with it all his life, and now here he is, he turned it into his career. He's a professional singer.
Yes, Scatman John is a man who stutters, and you'd think that'd be a hindrance to his career. But instead, he turned this should-be weakness into a newfound strength. Basically, he's the real-life Tyrion Lannister.
Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hedge.
And I'm not even done praising the guy.
I'm the Scatman.
John continuously made music that he wanted to showcase so badly. Music with positive messages, just highlighting everything that he loves. And nowhere is this better showcased than one of his later songs, Everybody Jam.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I love absolutely everything about this.
As do I, Todd. This is wonderful. A virtual duet with one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time? Bring jazz back. I don't care if a lot of people don't like that genre. I will defend it to the death. And sadly, as I said at the beginning, we learned that John died shortly after his big hit, but it wasn't without making the most of his fame and doing a lot of good with it. Todd himself stated that this wasn't even a song he cared about at first until doing this review.
This was just a stupid novelty song to me before I did this episode, and now it is a song from one of my favorite artists I've ever covered here. I feel nothing but happiness listening to this.
Like I mentioned back in the Just a Friend entry, seeing Todd happy is something you just gotta love. And that's why I love this episode and this series so much. Todd gets to showcase what he loves and we learn more about people in the process. Scatman John Scatman, the #1 best One Hit Wonderland episode.
God bless you, Scatman.
I'm the Scatman. Sing along with me. It's a Scooby-Dooby melody. Yeah, I'm the Scatman.
And that was my top 10 One Hit Wonderland episodes. I hope you enjoyed it, and I don't want to leave you guys without giving a very honorable mention. The one I had to pick being the ultra popular Float On by Modest Mouse.
Is it really fair to call Modest Mouse one-hit wonders? And my answer to that question is no. April Fools, bitches!
Yeah, it's an April Fool's episode. Check it out, though. It's still really funny. He's telling the shallows and he's out. I'm Ultranatic. And I'm out.
I know I'm more than just a one-hit wonder.